Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Today we look at how to talk about problems, about things going wrong. For example, losing something. This is where I keep the things that I don't want to lose. This is my briefcase. Briefcase. In here, I keep important papers. My wallet with driving license. Checkbook. All very important things that I don't want to lose.
At MAP Advertising, Tom Hall has a meeting with James Brady and Julia Marsh, but James and Julia are late.
Rita?
Yes, Mr. Hall.
Are James and Julia there? We have a meeting at 2:30 and it's...
Sorry I'm late, Tom.
It's all right, Rita. Where have you been?
At the police station.
Where?
At the police station. I've lost my briefcase. Or perhaps somebody's taken it, I don't know.
Oh, no. What happened? Sit down. Was there anything important in it?
Important? My checkbook? All the papers I need for work. My appointment book.
Oh, that's terrible. But how did you lose your briefcase?
Well, as you know, I was with a client all morning, and we had lunch together. After I had lunch, I went shopping. And when I wanted to buy something, I couldn't find my checkbook. Then I remembered that it was in my briefcase, and my briefcase was in my car.
So you went back to your car?
I went back to my car, no briefcase.
And then you went to the police?
Oh, not immediately. Before I went to the police station, I called the client's office. No luck. They said the briefcase wasn't there.
Excuse me. Tom Hall. James, where are you?
Julia has lost her briefcase with a lot of important things in it. But how and when?
After I had lunch, I went shopping. When I wanted to buy something, I couldn't find my checkbook. Before I went to the police station, I called the client's office.
But Julia had no luck. She has lost her briefcase. Have you ever lost anything important?
I've lost my car keys before now. That caused me great problems.
No, I've never lost anything important.
I have lost an important thing. I lost my wedding ring at one time, but fortunately I was able to find it again.
A boat. I had in the early 1970s an old wooden boat on which I lived, and I went away for a few days and came back to find it on the bottom of the canal.
No, I've always found it again if I've thought I've lost it, fortunately, so no.
Yes, I've lost a lot of things.
Back to MAP Advertising. Julia Marsh came late to a meeting with Tom Hall because she lost her briefcase. But why is James late?
James, where are you?
I'm at a garage. I've had an accident.
An accident? Are you all right?
Don't worry, it's not serious. I'm not hurt, but I can't drive the car. The rear lights are broken.
What happened?
I was at the traffic lights when somebody hit me from behind. His brakes didn't work.
Oh, no. James, can you come to the office now? We have a meeting, remember? Oh, good. I'll see you in half an hour. Goodbye. He's okay. He's getting a taxi. Yes. Yes, there is. Julia Marsh. Really? I'll tell her. It was very kind of you to call. Goodbye. That was the manager of the Europa restaurant. Just after lunch today, he found a black leather briefcase under a table. When he opened the case, he found a lot of papers. He said that they had the name MAP on them. And he found a checkbook with the name Marsh on it. J. Marsh. J for Julia.
Oh dear, poor Julia. And James is not at the meeting because he's had an accident.
I was at the traffic lights when somebody hit me from behind.
And what happened when the restaurant manager opened Julia's briefcase?
When he opened the case, he found a lot of papers.
And these papers had the MAP name on them. Of course, the briefcase is Julia's, so her problem is over. But now, here's another kind of problem.
What's the matter?
Before I went to bed, I had 20 legs.
Yes?
I slept for a month.
Then what happened?
Well, when I woke up, my legs were gone. And now I have these.
Do this.
Thank you.
Christine Barr is a firefighter in California. She describes the day when the town of Oakland, near San Francisco, caught fire.
I got to work at 8 a.m. and did my usual duties checking the engine. I was the driver that day, so I made sure my engine was in shape and all the gear was ready. My captain informed me that we would spend a couple of hours testing hydrants, then we would shop for lunch and dinner. Then we came back to the station around noon, and it was at that time that we turned on the TV and we began to hear the report of the fire.
By 11 o'clock this morning, the fire was nothing more than a small grass fire, and it was almost out. Then, 25-mile-an-hour winds gusted, and it was as if gasoline was being poured from the sky. Flames rose 20 feet high, and smoke blanketed Buckingham Boulevard.
We got on Highway 101 and with our lights and sirens going. Once we crossed the Bay Bridge and were heading toward Berkeley, I looked up and I could see the flames on the ridges, and I was shocked. When we turned a corner, we saw a 30-foot jet of gas shoot out at us, a broken gas line. When we turned another corner, there was a sputtering transformer raining sparks, and everywhere there were down power lines and burning vegetation, exploding trees. While we were on Broadway Terrace, we were asked to fight an attic fire in one of the homes. After we made entry into the house, we climbed up a narrow staircase into a small child's room. And I only had a second to look around me before the room filled with smoke and it was too hot to stand up. So we backed out down the staircase. And as we were coming down the stairs, I saw photographs hanging on the wall. And I felt at that point that these people were going to lose their home. And I thought that if I could take the pictures, they would at least have something. So I snatched them off the wall and I grabbed a towel and I wrapped them in a towel and I hunched over them so that they wouldn't get wet, and I put them down in the neighbor's yard. It was unbelievable to see so much burning at once, and it was like someone had dropped a bomb on Oakland.
What are those?
Photos of my weekend in the country.
Oh, yes. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, it was lovely.
Nothing went wrong.
No, everything was great. Well, the weather wasn't very good. Oh, and I lost a suitcase. Oh, and my car.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.